Along one of San Diego's most iconic trails, at the tip of Point Loma, there's a tall stone statue looking out over the Pacific. Every year, about 1 million people from all over the world pay him a visit, whether they know who he is or not.
No.
No?
I don't know. I don't know. I think it says it right there. I think it says it right there.
Don't know. It's just really pretty.
The first man who was here in San Diego?
From Spain?
I'm guessing he sailed. That's the only way I figured he got here.
Juan Rodriguez Cabrillo, he's a man of mystery. No one really knows much about him.
In September 1542, explorer Juan Rodriguez Cabrillo looked across these same waters from the deck of his 200-ton Spanish galleon, the San Salvador. He claimed the land below where his statue now stands for Spain, becoming the first European to set foot on the west coast.
Eu, João Rodrigues Cabrillo, proclamo todo este território rei do caso de Espanha.
Fast forward nearly 500 years, and the San Diego Maritime Museum is relaunching his ship. Well, a reconstruction of it.
It's going to be the new ambassador to San Diego, and everybody's going to know who Juan Rodriguez Cabrillo is now.
Construction started almost exactly 4 years ago.
At one point, we thought it would take us 2 years to build, but it's been a long time since we believed that.
Maritime Museum President and CEO Ray Ashley says it's finally almost done. He estimates it's 96% complete.
The longer we take to build it, the more people have been able to see it. And, you know, building it as we have like this, where the public can see it, I mean, it's like this theatrical performance, really, that's been unfolding over the last 4 years.
I just kind of walked around the boat and I looked up and went, geez, I actually built that. I've never built anything like this in my life.
Shipwright Don Davis drives 130 miles each day from Fallbrook to work on the big wooden vessel. They've used almost all wood and other materials that would have been available in the 16th century. It'll be 92 feet long and weigh about 230 tons when it's finished.
I don't even look at this as a replica. We built this thing the same way that the Spaniards would have built it back in 1542. We used some better tools. If they would have had the tools, they'd have used them too, but they didn't, but we do.
400 volunteers have given some 90,000 hours toward the construction. Sherry Lorch is one of them.
It's a dream. I think in many ways all of us are living out a dream, adventure. We're all, I think, seekers.
A workforce that's 2/3 volunteers has made for slow progress because the daily number of workers is unpredictable.
We'll do these and we'll go all the way aft in the middle. How's that?
But all that free labor has its benefits, too. The project is on budget at $6.2 million. Ashley says that if they'd paid for all the skilled volunteers and donated materials, the actual cost of the San Salvador would have been $11 million. Much of the actual $6.2 million cost has come from private donors and special fundraisers, like this period costume gala that raised $191,000.
For us to be here and sharing this with all of our friends and seeing our beautiful ship is just makes my little heart go pity-pat.
Even the honorary consul of Spain was there.
Oh, it looks wonderful. You know, I'm so glad that I'm here. So it is great. I think that this is as important as the East Coast and the arrival of the Mayflower.
Juan Rodriguez Cabrillo on the San Salvador sailed into San Diego Bay 78 years before any pilgrim set eyes on Cape Cod and 65 years before Jamestown.
Once it's seaworthy, the San Salvador will teach kids that history during educational sailing voyages up the California coast. Pending Coast Guard approval, they hope to take 49 passengers. And it's got enough bunks to take a full classroom of kids on overnight trips. Ashley says 1.2 million visitors came to watch the ship being built at Spanish Landing Park. Now, you'll need to wait until it's in the water to get up close again. But Ashley says launching the ship has been a bit harder than they thought.
If we had built the San Salvador in a shipyard that had slipways and cranes and travel lifts, our efforts to launch the ship would be fairly simple. But as you see here, we have built her in a parking lot, in a park, and therefore taking probably one of the most complex and heavy objects, moving objects that anyone could have built 500 years ago, and moving it over the road to a launch point, and making a public event out of it, that proved pretty difficult.
Once it's in the water, down near the other Maritime Museum ships, the public can watch as they add 2 miles of rigging, raise the masts, and after all is complete, the big public ceremony will happen for the christening.
Where the black ends, and then that nice rosewood colored stuff. So it'll be just right below that curvy angular part. That's what gets whacked.
We'll keep you posted. Katie Schoolov, KPBS News.